Okay, everyone, that's enough of waiting time. Let's go ahead and start our today's session. Welcome to our webinar, Mapping Solution for Dynamic 365, Locate Productivity. We are going to discuss two product scenarios revolving around the Mapletics involving sales, service, and marketing team. My name is Surya Ostwal, and I am working as a business manager at iNogic. Before we get started, let's cover our usual housekeeping items, which most of you must be familiar with. We are using GoToWebinar for this particular session. All the lines are muted so that we do not have any background noise coming up. But you can still ask any question. So as we go along, and if you would like to ask any question, use GoToWebinar chat window and type your question. We are going to address all the question and answer at the end of this particular session. Yes, we are recording this webinar, so we will share presentation tag and webinar recording in a day or two once the webinar is over. So the agenda of our today's call is, at first we are going to discuss in brief about the Mapletics solution, a brief overview of the solution. Then we are going to discuss the two product scenarios revolving around the solution, a live demonstration of these product scenarios in Dynamic 365 environment, and at the end we are going to discuss all the questions which has come up till now. Here we go. So what is Mapletics? So Mapletics is a geo-analytical mapping solution which helps you focus on the location aspect of the data point. What does geo-analytical mapping solution means? So, well, it's a fancy term. So Mapletics basically helps you plot each and every data point in the dynamic CRM which can be associated to an address attribute. It can be lead, it can be account, it can be any custom activity or any out-of-the-box entity which you would like to visualize on the map. So Mapletics basically help you place the CRM data point as a pin on the map and see where they are located, what is the geographical spread, like how far is my customer reach, and see and you can analyze a couple of more things like building an optimized route or doing a heat map analysis, and all these things or action happen from a one single screen of a map. So Mapletics is a Microsoft Dynamic 365 certified solution, which means we have met all the standards laid down by Microsoft for any partner or an ISV solution. It's available for CRM 2013 and above and support all the different kind of deployment, whether it's online, on-premise, partner hosted, or IFT. For CRM 2011, we have an older version of the solution available. So Mapletics is a managed solution natively built inside the dynamic CRM environment. So no data lives out of from one secure environment, which is CRM. So in a layman term, it is an integration between MAP and Microsoft Dynamics CRM or 365. Let's go ahead and see some of the common features of the Mapletics. So with the last release in the month of January, we have extended our support to the multiple language. So Mapletics is now available in German, French, Spanish, Portuguese, Turkish, and English is available as a default language of the solution. We have also listed down a couple of key features on the right hand side. So to start with, Mapletics first help you geocode the CRM data point. So for example, if you have 5 or 10,000 data points in the CRM and you would like to find the geo coordinates, that is latitude and longitude of those data points. So Mapletics will first help you geocode those data points, and once the data points are geocoded, it will help you visualize those data points on the map, and you can use various features like territory management, radius search, or search using shape to narrow down on a one particular area or narrow down on your search criteria. Now once you have defined a focus area which you would like your team to focus on, you can take some quick actions like scheduling appointment or changing the owner of data points, or in case if you would like to have a drill down analysis on one particular data point, we can use related record functionality. Now on the another side, we have appointment planning as well as the routing capabilities, which include route optimization as well as route sharing capabilities. So these we are going to discuss in detail in today's webinar. Now from the management perspective, we have analytical dashboard, which helps the people at the CXO level to visualize the CRM data in real time or doing some regional analysis through heat map. And from the marketing team, we help the marketing team build a targeted locational marketing list, which further help them in increasing the campaign ROI. Now let's go ahead and see the two business case which we are going to demonstrate in today's session. So the first one is a day in the life of a sales rep. So here we are going to discuss how a mapping solution or Maplytics helps sales rep and a field rep in managing their day-to-day activity. So starting from sales planning to the routing, and by sales planning we mean what do you want to do, where do you want to do, how do you want to do, and with whom you would like to perform this task, and then finally analyzing all this data back onto the map screen. Now another aspect with the sales rep is they face a lot of cancellation, a last minute cancellation. So we are also going to demonstrate how Maplytics will help you fill that particular time gap when you face a last minute cancellation. Another business case which we are going to discuss is how to find an ideal location for next mega marketing event or a product launch event. So in this demonstration, we are going to discuss like where is the density of my customer, like which area on the world map is having highest number of my accounts or the leads. Then we are going to find the nearby conference center or a city hall where the density of my customer is highest. And once we have finalized on a particular location, we are going to build a targeted marketing list so that we can ensure maximum participation in our event. I'm not going to spend too much time on the presentation. I will switch to the live demonstration environment now. So we are using Dynamic 365 for this particular demonstration. And so right now the screen which you are seeing is Maplytics overview dashboard. So once you successfully configure Maplytics, you will find the list of these dashboards which comes pre-packaged with the solution. The first one is Maplytics overview. So in this dashboard, a sales manager or a sales rep gets an idea what their day looks like. So in the first view, we get to see how many appointments has been planned for me today, and they are further color coded on the basis of priority, which is a high priority, low priority, or normal priority appointment. And in case I would like to get more information regarding particular appointment, simply click on that particular data point and you will get all the information, the subject, with whom this appointment has been booked, the start time, end time, and user can also customize these information. Now in second dashboard, we are seeing all my today's cases, follow-up cases, and further color coded on the basis of priority. So I see there is a one high priority case here, and this is regarding a phone support. And I also have the number of that particular customer listed here. So I just pick up my phone, dial this number, and if possible, I can try to close this case right from the screen. In the third view, we are basically seeing my top 10 opportunities, and they are further color coded on the basis of sales pipeline, like which is at the closer stage, which is in the proposal stage. So I see there is one opportunity at the closer stage, and I can get all the information regarding that particular data point. The fourth one is basically a heat map. It is showing how many new accounts has been opened by me in this particular month. So I see, okay, in London we have opened 9 number of accounts, while if I switch, I can see in Paris we have opened a couple of more, around 14 number of data points. Now I can also customize this particular view such that it shows how much annual revenue we have generated in this particular month. Now, for today's demonstration, we are going to focus on the sales aspect, like the sales planning and the routing aspect. So let's dig deep into the appointment planner. Just click on this button and expand this dashboard. Now, one more point with the dashboard is, so we ship couple of dashboard pre-packaged with the solution, but user can customize any of the existing one, or they can create any new dashboard on the basis of their requirement. So once we click on the expand button, so it is taking all that dashboard data and plotting on the Maplytics detailed map screen. So every information would be pre-populated here, like this card has been automatically filled on the basis of attribute from the dashboard, and we get the data point on the map. Now I see there are total number of 8 appointments planned for me, and I think I would be able to visit only 7 appointments. So let's see if I can reschedule one of the appointment and assign to my colleague. So let's click on a low priority appointment here. Okay, so this appointment has been booked with the hotel service with this particular client. The start time and time is here. I would like to assign this appointment to my colleague here. So there are a couple of action buttons here. So I can click on the change owner action here, and this will give me the list of all the dynamic CRM user. So I can select my colleague here and click on go. So this will assign this appointment to my colleague. It's taking a bit more time. Okay, so the owner has been changed successfully. So we receive a message and this will show basically that the appointment has been scheduled for my colleague. Now the second aspect would be I would like to build an optimized route to visit all these different data points in a today's day. So let's add these data points to the routing manager. I would like this to be my destination, and let's add a couple of these in between. We can also add it from the card location and the last one here. Now let's click on go, and this will generate the route in the manner in which we have plotted these appointments. So A was my origin, G was my destination, and we have added a couple of these data points in between. Now if I see there is a 1 hour 4 minutes of driving time and 8.9 miles of the distance. Now I would like to optimize this route so that I can visit maximum number of data points in minimum time. So let's optimize this route. And there are two options available with us. We can either optimize on the base of time or on the base of distance. And if you would like to see the traffic information, just check this box and you will get all the traffic information, which road is highly populated or having high traffic area. And let's click on go to optimize this route. So in the background processing, it is trying all the different permutation and combination to find the best route which we can cover in minimum amount of time. Now if you notice, like from 1 hour 3 minutes of driving time, it has been reduced to 47 minutes, while in terms of mile we are also saved around couple of miles. From 9 it has been reduced to 6.5. So in like 20 minutes of time which we have saved now, we can schedule one more appointment or visit one more customer in a day, while we have also saved the mileage here. So that will also keep a track on my traveling allowance or the mileage. Now let's say I would like to get a voice over direction for this particular route. How do I go about that? So let's click on email icon, and this will generate the short link for this particular route, which I can further email to myself and can access that email from my phone and get a voice over direction. So these are the links generated here. So if we are using a smartphone or tablet, we use these links. These are A to B, B to C, C to D, and like that. Now another situation might happen is like I have built this route, but I would like to visit this particular route on next Thursday. So I would now like to save this particular route back into my dynamic CRM. So on next Thursday, I do not have to repeat all these tasks. So click on save icon here, and this will provide an option to save this route. Let's say I would like to save the route here. And we can assign a date here. Next Thursday is 4th May. Let's write 4th. And click on save. So this will save an route activity record in the dynamic CRM. So when next Thursday I log in into my dynamic CRM, I can create a dashboard with all my follow-up open routes, and this route activity will come up there. Now this was the first aspect from the salesperson journey, that is sales planning and the routing aspect. Now let's come to the second aspect. Let's suppose while traveling from B to C, the C customer has called and she told that she would like to reschedule today's appointment to some another time. Now what should I do now? I have already on my way to visit C customer. How do I find the customer which are in nearby region and which can fill this particular time gap? So let's set this data point as the current location and go to the plot function where all the plotting of the data points happen. So current location would be automatically updated here, and it is shown by a bright green color push pin. And let's do a proximity search. So proximity is finding the data points in the nearby region. So there are two options on the base of time, like a 10 minutes or 20 minutes of driving time with traffic or without traffic, or we can go on the base of distance, let's say in this case 1 mile radius. Let's select the data source. So I would like to see all my active accounts. So this is the list of all the entities which are configured for Mapletics, and we can also add our own custom entity as well in this list. Now let's select the data points. So this is the list of all my system views, all my personal views, my marketing list, and few Mapletics dashboard. So let's select active accounts, and I would also like my active accounts to be color coded on the basis of annual revenue, so that I can find which one is the high potential client for me. Okay, so it's basically plotting all my data points in a 1 mile radius. Now I would like to focus only on my data points which are having the revenue greater than 500,000. Let's select those. I see there is a one data point which is in like 0.2 mile radius of my location, the C customer location, Florence. Let's click on Florence, and we get all the information: the industry she belongs to, the territory, the annual revenue of Florence, the phone number, email, and all this information can be further customized. So let's pick up, I pick up my phone, dial this number, and schedule an appointment with Florence. Now let's say Florence has agreed to meet me at this particular point of time. Now I would like to perform two tasks now. I would first like to update my dynamic CRM data that I'm going to visit Florence, and second would be I would like to reroute myself in the real time so that I'm visiting Florence instead of the C customer. So let's take an action. Let's schedule a meeting with the Florence. So once you click on this icon, this will open the default appointment activity entity form with all the information pre-filled. So we have to just enter the subject, and if you would like to change date and time, so we can enter the subject here, and in case we would like to change the date and time, we can change it from here and click on save and close to save this appointment with Florence. Now the second task would be I would like to reroute myself so that I'm visiting Florence instead of C customer. So let's add Florence to the route, and once we add it to route, it will just show up just above the destination. Let's switch Florence to with the C location and click on close and click on. So now this will give me a route which will visit the Florence instead of the C customer. Okay, so this is it. So this was the first product scenario, that is how Mapletics helps sales rep and a service rep in managing their day-to-day activity with the sales planning and how they can tackle the last minute cancellation. I'm going to stop here for a minute, and I'm going to check if we have any questions which I can take up right now. No question at this point of time. So I will move towards the next scenario. So my next scenario is basically how do I find an ideal location for my next mega marketing event or a product launch event. So the first thing I would like to do is I would like to analyze the density of my customer, like which region is having the highest number of my accounts or highest number of my leads. So let's go to the heat map and plot those data points. So whenever we are dealing with the density or density visualization, we usually use the heat map. So these are the two buttons in the ribbon bar: heat map and a detail map. So let's click on the heat map, and the following screen will open up. So this is the default Mapletics heat map screen inside the dynamic CRM, and user can switch from standard roadmap view to aerial view from here. Now the data selection is pretty much similar to what we have seen in the previous case. Let's select the entity and the view, which is my active accounts. And now we have option to select the measure. So by default it is by count, which is the number of data points belonging to that particular region type. But we can also choose any other numeric as well as currency field from this drop down. So this drop down contains all the field attributes belonging to the entity selected here, which are either having the numeric or the currency data type. So for this particular case, we are going to restrict ourselves to by count, as we would like to see the density of customers. And let's select the region type. So I would like to plot data points in a country and click on search. So what's happening in the processing is we are taking all the active accounts data then we are segregating all these data points into different clusters of the country. Then we count the number of data points which are present in each country, and we color code each country on the basis of number of data points which are present. So a lot of processing is happening, so it takes a couple of seconds to load. Okay. Right. So we got our heat map visualization. So I see my customer spread is across Europe as well as the North America. So let's see how many customers we have in United States. Okay, so there is only one data points in US. So I would like my marketing event to happen in the Europe region where the highest density is there. Now we also see the scale here, like one being represented by green color and the highest number of data points, 36, represented by the red color. So I see the Germany country is having highest number of my clients or my accounts, and then France, which is having the 80 number of data points, then UK with 9. So in case I have to finalize my marketing event location, so Germany would be the best location which is having highest density of my data points. Now another question which pop up in my head is, now in which part of the Germany? In the higher part of the Germany, north side, or in the bottom south side of the Germany country? Now let's go to the detail map and find out about that. So three major functionality of detail map are like plotting, finding nearby place of interest, and routing. So now we would like to plot all the data points belonging to the Germany country. Click on the plot function, and there are 5 different ways to plot the data point. So we have already seen the by location in the previous case. So when we would like to restrict our search result to particular region type, like a country in this case, we can use by region, or we can use by territory option if we are using the sales territory feature of the dynamic CRM. So let's use the by region in this case, and country here, Germany. And I would like to see my active accounts in Germany and click on search. So what this will do is it will create an enclosed boundary around the Germany country and plot all the data points which are belonging to that particular enclosed area. Okay. Now I'm still unable to justify which part of the Germany. So let's click on cluster map and see the number of data points which we are having. So I see in the upper part we are only having couple of customers, like 4 or 6 data points. But in lower half of the Germany, around the Munich area, I'm having the highest density, around 18 number of data points. So I would like to find a city hall or a conference center nearby Munich region, so that I can ensure the maximum number of participation. Let's decluster and zoom down into the Munich area. Now I would like to find a nearby conference hall or a city hall in this location. How do I go about that? I do not have those data points present in my dynamic CRM. So Mapletics also have a functionality to find the nearby places or nearby point of interest search locations. Let's select any particular data point as a POI location, and the POI manager will open up, which basically contains the data points from millions of Bing Map geotag location, further segregated into different categories. Like I can find all my hotels in the nearby region, restaurant, a coffee shop, gas pump, or in case I do not find my category here, I can click on other, and let's say, yeah, exhibition center in this case, and click on go. So this will find all the exhibition center which are in the nearby area. I see a couple of options here. So let's click on any particular option, and you will get all the information like address, the phone number. In case website and email ID is available, we will also show that particular information. So I pick up my phone, dial this number, and check whether they are available on the day I'm planning my event, and whether they have a capacity to accommodate that larger number of people. Now, if everything match and I decide, okay, this is the place I'm going to host my next marketing event, so I would like to also save these data back into my dynamic CRM for future reference. So I can click on plus icon, and add this data point into dynamic CRM. So by default, these 4 entities are configured, but we can also add our own custom entity. So till now we have figured out the densely populated area and location where we would like to host a marketing event. Now our third aspect while doing a marketing event would be ensuring the maximum number of participation. Now I would like to build a marketing list such that I target the clients belonging to UK in a different manner than clients belonging to Germany, then from the France and Spain, so that I can have a geographical marketing list to target these data points. Now click on the view data icon and you will find a couple of options to take action here. Let's click on save data, and this will provide an opportunity to either save these data points as a marketing list. We can either add it to an existing marketing list or we can build a new marketing list here. Let's say Germany list and click on save. Now I can use any third-party marketing tool or software to invite these people and ensure the maximum participation. So this is how Maplytics helps the marketing team in finding the ideal location and building a marketing list right from the map screen. Let's go to the presentation and see some of the other common use cases of Maplytics. So we have listed down a couple of these business cases here. While there can be hundreds of different variations of these business cases, depending on the industry you are targeting or at the role which Maplytics is being utilized. Okay. Let's move ahead and see what customer talk about the Maplytics. About the Maplytics productivity, how responsive the team is. Thank you guys for joining the webinar, and I'm going to address all the questions which has come up till now, and 2 more points before you leave. One is in case if you would like to schedule a personalized demo with regarding your business requirement, just shoot up an email to crm@inogic.com and we will schedule another appointment. And we are going to host these kind of session at a regular interval. So do follow us on Inogic or Maplytics Twitter handle, where we will keep you updated regarding the latest development here.